Good morning. Happy snow day. That's what it is. It's snow. Everybody in New York shouldn't be concerned. Some years we have a lot of this. This year it's already practically March and it's our first one. But this is not such a terrible storm, Baruch Hashem. The roads are already getting cleared out. But when it is a terrible storm and a person has to walk or be in the storm, a person, as they're getting closer to home, they get revitalized, they get excited, they get energized. I'm almost home. A person comes home, it's their palace, it's their place. And a person gets that energy, gets that strength. We even find it by Rishoim, by Paro. Vayifen al Beso, it says by Makas Dam. He was obviously pretty shaken by Makas Dam, but he turned to his house and he was machazik himself in his rishus. Haman also, he restrains himself. Vayisapak Haman, Vayavo al Beso, comes home. When a person comes home, it gives them strength, it gives them revitalization. We know that Amalek attacks. We're going to read about it this Shabbos. Asher korcha baderech. Came to you, they chanced upon you, baderech, on the way. Amalek always attacks on the road. When a person has their guard down, when a person has a lack of yishuv hadas, when a person has a lack of equilibrium, that's when it's easier to attack a person. They're more vulnerable. But I was thinking about it, that the truth is that Amalek doesn't only attack baderech. Amalek also attacks baderech before we get home. During that place, because Amalek knows when we get home, Yid comes home to Hashem, home feeling the warmth and closeness to Hashem. Amalek is going to have a much more difficult battle in trying to deter us from our mission of being Osek and Kvod Shemayim, engaging Kvod Shemayim. So Amalek attacks whenever we're about to get home. Amalek attacks. The first time Amalek attacks, Asher Korcha Baderech, was indeed Klal Yisrael had left Mitzrayim and they were en route to Eretz Yisrael. They were going to Eretz Yisrael shortly. At that point, they thought they were going to Eretz Yisrael very soon after. So Amalek attacked. Then Klal Yisrael was in the Midbar for 40 years. And at the end, in the 39th year, in Parshas Chukas, it tells us a story that people don't realize. That was really Amalek. Vayishma Kanani Melech Harod. It was right after Aaron died. And the Canaanim attacked. Rashi tells us it was Amalek and dressed up like Canaanim. So it was really Amalek again. Because again, we were in the 39th year about to enter Eretz Yisrael. El HaMenucha Vel HaNachala. We were coming home. The next time we find an encounter with Amalek is Shaul HaMelech. It's the Haftorah for Parsha Zachor, where Amalek, Shaul HaMelech, is dispatched to destroy Amalek by Shmuel HaNavi. And the best defense is a good offense. And Shaul is supposed to attack and destroy because Klal Yisrael is about to build the Beis HaMikdash. And in order to build the Beis HaMikdash, which of course Klal Yisrael coming home on the deepest level when there's a Beis HaMikdash, they have to be able to destroy Amalek, so Amalek doesn't destroy them or try Chas V'Shalom to attack us. And the next time Amalek attacks is, of course, the story of Purim, when Haman makes the ultimate heinous decree of lahashmid laharugu la'avi, to destroy, to wipe out Klal Yisrael. And people don't realize there's a direct outcome, direct consequence to the story of Purim, and that's the rebuilding of Bayis Sheni. The Beis HaMikdash is built shortly thereafter. The Beis HaMikdash is rebuilt after Achashverosh dies, not long after the story of the Megillah, and his son Daryavish II takes over. And he allows the Beis HaMikdash to be completed, which had started before the Purim story. It had been stopped, as it says in Sefer Ezra. It had been stopped by Achashverosh Kosu Sitna. He wrote letters of hatred against the Jews and against Yerushalayim. So that's the next time. And the final time, I guess that's so blatant to us, is of course the Holocaust, the horrible Milchama in Europe. Klal Yisrael had already started coming back to Eretz Yisrael at that point. And shortly after the terrible, terrible years, Klal Yisrael has been coming back ever since en masse. And the biggest stronghold of Klal Yisrael today is in Eretz Yisrael. Before we come home, Amalek attacks. They don't want us to come home. And the truth is, it's within every single individual as well. There are times when we feel lost and uncomfortable. We feel like we don't belong. That's the koch of Amalek. That a Jew should feel that he's not part of it. That I'm not part of Klal Yisrael. I'm not part of this Torah. That's a terrible, terrible thing. And that's Amalek. And the Simcha of Purim and the celebration of Purim is that a person comes to the feeling that, of course, I am part of this nation. If Amalek and Haman wanted to destroy me, then I am part of this nation. Then I can celebrate the Yeshua of Purim. So, as we celebrate the Yontif of Purim Be'ez Hashem in a few days, we can all celebrate the fact that we're all coming home. Afreilach and Purim.